What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at this brand new 2021 Toyota Tacoma. My friend Cole is lending me his brand new truck for today's video, so let's get into it. And the model that we're looking at today is a TRD Off Road 4x4 finished off in cement gray and has an MSRP just under $40,000. Underneath the hood, this features a 3.5 liter 6-cylinder engine that is paired to the 6-speed automatic transmission. The engine pumps out 278 horsepower and 268 pound-feet of torque. And with a curb weight around 4,400 pounds and a fuel capacity at 21.1 gallons, you're looking at 18 miles per gallon in the city and 22 out on the highway. This model features the short bed coming in at 60.5 inches. The overall length is 212.3 inches with a wheelbase at 127.4. The height is 70.6 with a width at 75.2 inches. For off-road capabilities, the TRD Off Road has approach angle at 32 degrees with departure angle at 23.5 degrees. The breakover is 21 degrees with overall ground clearance at 9.4 inches. And then max towing capacity is 6,400 pounds with a payload at 1,155 pounds. The 2021 Toyota Tacoma is the third generation for the Tacoma lineup. It has a very bold design to it, and this one does have an aftermarket TRD PRO Grille up front. You can see Toyota written out in the center with 4 amber lights above that, and there is a forward sensor in the center of the grille. There's large mesh in it, all finished off in black to give it that off-road design. And then the lower portion of the bumper has a black trim piece, as well as fog lights on each side of the front bumper with a grille opening in the center to allow more cooling to the radiators. This features projector beam headlights with an LED daytime running light wrapped around that, all finished off with chrome trim. They have a wide appearance to help give the Tacoma a muscular front-end design, and that leads us to the side profile. The TRD Off-Road, you're going to notice black fender flares as well as chrome Tacoma logos on the front doors. We also have body colored door handles and body colored mirror caps with an LED turn signal integrated into that. And then we have blacked out B pillars to help make the windows blend very nicely. And there's a sharp body line going through the lower portion of these doors. Above each fender flare, there's a sharp body line as well. And then this truck features the 16-inch wheels finished off in a gunmetal metallic gray and machined silver, all wrapped in a Goodyear Wrangler off-road tire. And then moving to the rear, you can see the decal for TRD 4x4 Off-Road on the bedside. You can also see the chrome trim integrated into the taillights as well as the chrome bumper caps. We have the trailer hitch right in the center with all of your connectors in the top left. And then there's nice body molding on the tailgate with Tacoma written out in a satin black. We have your V6 badge on the right, your grab handle right in the center with a standard backup camera, and this is a lockable tailgate. So there's a good look at the exterior as well as some of the specs on the 2021 Toyota Tacoma. The cement gray is definitely one of my favorite colors for this truck. So now taking the key fob and locking the truck, all I have to do is grab the door handle and it will automatically unlock. We can get a great look inside. This particular spec has a two-tone black and gray cloth interior with gray accents all around. If we go ahead and take a look at the door panel, it's finished off in black. We have a cool texture right here on the armrest with some padding, a grab handle above that, and then all of your window controls, lock and unlock, as well as some mirror controls and your release handle. We have some storage down below and then one of the speakers. And then moving our way inside, we have power controls for the seat right on the side, as well as some color contrast stitching. I really like the two-tone you get, and then a really neat texture in the center of these seats. Really nice bolsters to the seats as well with a really cool design. Then if we flip around to the steering wheel, it's finished off in black leather with perforated leather on the sides. And then now inside the Tacoma, keeping my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and fire it up. The V6 roars to life. We get a really cool Tacoma display right in the center. Taking a look at the gauge cluster now, we have your tach over on the left side with your engine temperature, and then your speedometer and fuel level on the right. We have an LCD screen right in the center with a lot of information. You can control it all using the touchpad over here. If I scroll through this going down, you can see your trip information, more information like that, and then continuing down, if we go over once, this goes into some off-road modes, and you can see your pitch and roll, which is a really cool feature, as well as some of the safety systems, and then your tire pressure will come up. Then continuing over to message, and then we have settings with some more safety information. And then taking a look at the steering wheel, we have all your Bluetooth and audio controls on the left side, and then controls on the right side, as well as your lane keeping assist and cruise control over there. And then on the left side of the steering wheel, we have your automatic high beam, as well as the on-off switch for the light in the bed. We have one of the air vents with some silver trim around it, and then a nice black dashboard. And And then moving our way to the actual dash, we have a really cool trim piece all around it to the touchscreen navigation display. You have shortcut icons on the left and right side. You can tap the home button to get here. You have a menu button as well with all your different apps. Then you can go under audio. On the right side, track and seek, as well as phone and more apps. And then when you are on the home screen, you can customize this. We have 3 different icons right here. You can mix and match. Then if we go ahead and put the truck into reverse, the standard backup camera will automatically come up. Has a really nice HD display to it with some guidelines. And then going back into park, we have 2 air vents along here, another air vent on the other side with the same texture we found on the door panel. And then moving below this, we have all the climate controls. They have their own LCD screen as well, and it is dual zone climate control. You can sync them, which is a really cool feature. Your fan speed right in the center with more of the controls. And then your hazard switch over on the left with engine start stop and your 4-wheel drive button, as well as your heated side mirrors. Below this panel, we have some more controls. We have your ECT power, which is better for towing. And then tapping this button in and out, it actually controls the rear window, which is power operated. And then to the right of that, we have USBs and 12 volt, as well as the on-off switch for the wireless phone charging mat. We have 2 cup holders below that, and then a leather shift boot around the shifter with manual shift functions. We have another cup holder and storage, as well as a manual parking brake with a leather shift boot. And then grabbing the front of the center armrest, you can open this up, and we have quite a lot of storage space in here with USB ports, so that's very usable. And then taking a look at the glove box now, we have Tacoma stamped into the plastic. This is lockable. Opening this up, we have a lot of space in here as you would expect. And then just one overall look at the interior of the Tacoma. Really nice for the 3rd gen Tacoma. I like all the contours. It has an aggressive design to it. Really nice looking seats with all the contours and colors, and then a cool stitching design. And then up on top, we have a really awesome mode. This is for your crawl control and multi-terrain select. The crawl control is basically a slow speed cruise control for when you're off-roading. You have 5 different speed settings as well. And then for multi-terrain select, you can configure this for different terrains you'll be going on with your Tacoma. And then above this panel, we have your locking rear differential. And then to now take a look at the rear seat space, we can go ahead and open up this door. The door panel is finished off very similar to the front. We do have a lot of storage and 2 cup holders. Moving our way inside, we have the same two-tone along the seats with a really cool fabric design. Really good look overall at these seats. We do have 2 cup holders back here as well, and a USB port down here. You have a little bit of storage for the passenger seat back as well. And then if you pick up the back portion of these seats, this opens up to reveal some storage. These are lockable as well, which is really cool. You can easily unlock that clip, and you have a lot of storage space beneath each of these seats. And then with these down, you can pull up this piece right here and lift these up. And with the headrest out of the way, these will fold nice and flat, and you have a lot of storage space and a really durable area to lay items. So now let's hop into the back seat of the Toyota Tacoma. I have the driver's seat set to my height. I am 5'11", so sitting in the back here now, it's actually pretty decent for being a smaller truck like this. My knees are just barely touching this, as you can see. My feet are fitting quite comfortably as well, so it's not too bad for legroom and knee room. You do have a really nice armrest and some good amenities. The window's pretty large, and then you have a lot of glass right behind you, so it does feel pretty open. And the backrest is reclined just enough to where you're not really just sitting crazy straight up. And then headroom, you have about 2 inches above you, so not too bad for a smaller truck like this. And then onto the tailgate and bed space, we can open it up with the handle. It does feature a soft open, so you can just let go of it like that. We have a full plastic bed liner in the Tacoma, and then over on the right side we have a little bit of storage as well as a power outlet. The 3-prong outlet is great for anything that you're gonna need, and then the storage space is nice for small items. And you're gonna also notice 2 tow hooks up front, and we have a rail system on each side for added hooks. The tailgate also doesn't weigh too much, so with one hand we can easily lift it up and close it into place. Alright guys, so we are now setting off in the 2021 Tacoma. My friend Cole, your brand new truck, thanks for lending it for the video.
No problem.
1,400 miles already.
Dude, I've been driving it so much. I love this thing.
That's awesome.
I think I put 400 miles day one. Just going up to get a picture in the mountains.
Yeah?
Yeah, just so I can show everybody what I got. But
so, with that said, why did you buy Tacoma? Because in this category, you got the Honda Ridgeline, which I wouldn't say is a real truck, the Canyon, the Colorado, and then the Ranger. So why Tacoma? What stood out?
So, I mean, I've always been a Toyota fan. I've been heavily involved in NASCAR in some way, shape, or form. And I had a buddy who used to race Toyota, and so I've always been a big Toyota fan.
Yeah.
I just love trucks. I mean, I'm from Iowa, so we've always had a truck, and I knew once I was able to get a new vehicle that the truck was definitely the way I wanted to go, and then leaning more towards Toyota. And I wasn't a big fan of the Tundra. I feel like it's just too much of a truck.
Yeah, it's big.
It's pretty big truck. And then I also have friends who have Tacomas, so it's just always been a really cool truck that I've always wanted. I was kind of balancing maybe getting a 4Runner.
Okay, yeah, kind of the same thing, just an SUV version of it.
Yeah. So bouncing around back and forth, and ended up going more with the Tacoma. I mean, again, it's the utility of having a truck and being able to haul things is nice.
Nice.
Yeah, and then you get more friends because then they need you to haul things for them. So
yeah, I'm sure you've helped them move already.
We're already putting some scratches in my plastic bed liners. So it's great, it's just great.
It's a truck, hey. I'm sure the viewers, that's what you buy it for.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. It can only be pretty for so long.
Yeah, that is the one sad part of any like off-roader truck utility vehicle. They look so shiny and nice, and then it's like, well, I'm gonna start using it. So.
Right.
So what are some things you're liking? Because as of now, driving this, obviously I'm familiar with Tacomas. It drives really nice, good visibility. I think the layout's pretty simple. What are some things that you kind of like about just some basics of it?
So the last vehicle I had, which was like a dinosaur vehicle, was like your basic SE Ford. What was it? Ford Focus. Yeah. So going from that to this, huge difference. I love how it drives. I think I think the suspension's a little soft. Yeah. But I don't mind it stock like that. Yeah. I do love the layout of everything. I think it's super clean. It's super nice, and it's gonna sound really silly, but I love having a push start button. I know that's probably something that's
that is one of those things. Once you have it, you cannot live without it.
Oh yeah, it's so nice.
I think I filmed 2 videos this year with turnkey, and it was so weird to be like, taking the key, putting it it was so weird. Like
it's so different.
Yeah.
You just leave your key in your pocket, you just jump in and push and go.
The proximity key, that's so convenient.
It's so nice. But yeah, I just love how clean it is. It's a super nice truck. But there's still things I need to try out on this. Like you said, I haven't put on 1,500 miles, and I don't even think I've had it a month yet. I think we're coming up on a month. I want to
say like 3 weeks-ish.
Yeah, I waited a month for this thing, and ever since I got it, I've been driving around like crazy. I love going everywhere and anywhere in this thing.
Yeah, and being a Toyota, I mean, it'll last forever. So
yeah, and that was another reason why I went the Toyota route versus like Colorado, or Chevy, or even the Ranger. I've looked at all of those, but I think that one of the biggest things was the resale value and how these things just hold value like crazy.
It's
and so that's
insane.
just a great perk of getting this truck. So.
But you can't go wrong with Tacoma. I think it just has the good blend of everything. And with Toyotas, they kind of design them to be like 10-year vehicles. Yeah. And even the 2nd gen Tacoma is still similar to this one, being the 3rd gen.
Right.
But they build them to where they can last forever because they do minor little tweaks, and they make sure that tweak is perfect, and then they put it in the car. So like everything in this car has been thought out for the last decade, and that's why they last so long. That's why resale value is so good. Right. And then driving in it now, it is so smooth. The suspension, the softness is good for off-roading. Right. And it does make it comfortable. Yeah. So that's the perk of it. Exactly. And then if you did want it a little bit stiffer, you can always swap that out later on and make it a little bit stiffer on the road. But final thoughts on kind of overall opinion of the truck. I think they're good, obviously. Clearly you think they're good because you bought one. Man, I love it. I've been... expectations have been up and over. Yeah. No buyer's remorse or anything? No, not at all. Nice. Not at all. I think I'll be a Toyota Tacoma driver for a while. Nice. I really, again, I just love the trucks. I think they look good too. I think they're mean. Yeah. I think if you do some modifications to it, suspension lift. Yeah. There's all these. Already. I got the new grill on. Yeah. I think that made a huge difference. And it was. Yeah. A lot of these little things are cheap. Relatively, right? Yeah. A couple $100 here and there. Exactly. And I love the color too, the cement color. I was just gonna ask you about the color because I think this is my favorite color. I like the blues too, but as far as a unique color, I think this is the coolest just because it has a metallic to it, which you wouldn't even expect. Right. But then it's just like that new modern, this kind of color is in, Exactly. And it just looks really cool. It took, again, like I said, it took me a month to get this thing, and that's because they came right from the manufacturer. I had to order this color, couldn't find it anywhere. Okay, nice. I guess I didn't realize it was that popular or that rare, but dang. I could have went with black or white, but I think you made the right decision. I wanted something different, so it was definitely worth the wait. Yeah. Especially when you're purchasing
a truck like this, a $40,000 truck, like
yeah, you can't sacrifice and get what you don't want.
exactly,
It makes no
exactly.
sense.
So it worked out. I mean, again, big fan, love the color, I love everything about it. Couldn't be happier.
Well, that's awesome to hear. Well, guys, I think that is about going to wrap it up for today's video. Thank you, Cole, for lending the truck coming out for the morning.
No problem.
Congrats on the purchase, because
Super excited.
obviously I've been in the Tacomas a long time, and I think they're pretty good too. So good choice, and I think you're going to love it for the next decade or so.
At least.
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to see a more in-depth test drive, I have another one linked down below. But if you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, stay tuned for plenty more content to come, and we'll see you guys in the next video.